Bitcoin versus gold. I think the real question here is how can we move money through time and space most efficient and effectively? I got paid in Bitcoin from Hong Kong to Puerto Rico. Then from Puerto Rico, with that same Bitcoin, I then sent it to a client in London.
There's at least one person in the world that understands Bitcoin and yearns for freedom, right? It will continue. It is a decentralized ideology, and you can't kill an idea. You can't kill an idea until nobody is left on earth that believes in the idea, right? And the idea is freedom and sovereignty. That's the idea, manifested in a technology protocol.
Bitcoin versus gold. This has always been a hot debate. There are certain people who think you should sell your Bitcoin to buy gold, while others also think you should sell your gold to buy Bitcoin. Well, a very popular person just weighed in on this debate again, and he is saying you should sell your Bitcoin to buy gold. Before we get into the nitty-gritties of this discussion, please don't forget, nothing in this video is financial advice. This is purely for education and entertainment. Peter Schiff, if you don't know who he is an American stockbroker and the CEO of SchiffGold.com, has the following things to say about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is trading above 18K, its highest level in 3 weeks, an excellent opportunity for holders to sell ahead of the release of the December CPI. He went ahead to say gold is only up $8, trading at an 8-month high. While Bitcoin has already broken down, gold has broken out. Time to drop Bitcoin. Well, some people might find this funny, while others might take it serious, okay? But looking at the fact that last year was a very serious year for crypto. 2022 was completely rough. Luna dropped to zero, 3AC to zero, FTS collapsed. A $32 billion crypto exchange dropped to almost nothing. We had multiple bankruptcies and earthquakes in the crypto community. We had BlockFi, Celsius, Voyager, and all of this pushed Bitcoin even below $14,000, right? But we recently saw Bitcoin skyrocketing again in price. And as we can see, when Bitcoin was at this price, this was when Peter Schiff tweeted this. And a few hours after this, Bitcoin is now trading at above $20,000, right? He also has this to say again, Bitcoin is now pushing 19,000K. It's an even better opportunity to sell. So he still thinks you should sell your Bitcoin. And a few hours after the tweet, Bitcoin got to $20,000. As at the time of filming this video, Bitcoin is trading above $20,000. Peter Schiff wouldn't give up, right? He still holds to his view. Of course, we have to respect people's opinions and views. Well, I'm a proponent of Bitcoin and the benefits of the blockchain introduced by Satoshi, right? But one reason not to take statements like this serious, especially when you hear stuff like this from all your finance gurus all over the internet, is this reason here, okay? So many years ago, I think that was around 12 years ago, he also made a similar tweet about Bitcoin. As you can see here, he says, don't make the mistake of thinking that buying Bitcoin below 3,800 is a bargain just because the current price is better than 80% below its record high. You can see Bitcoin's price could easily drop another 80% from here. This was many years ago and Bitcoin had gone ahead to hit $69,000. So this is a clear reminder that we ought to do our own research instead of relying on some of these financial advice from some financial gurus, right? This is not to say that gold is not something of value. Of course, natural resources are of high value, but in my opinion, I think there is no competing with Bitcoin. Here is what this lady has to say.
Bitcoin versus gold. I think the real question here is how can we move money through time and space most efficient and effectively? I got paid in Bitcoin from Hong Kong to Puerto Rico. Then from Puerto Rico, with that same Bitcoin, I then sent it to a client in London. And so I move money all over the world at the speed of light. And it cost me about $1 or something. Try do that with gold. You can't. So as you can see in that example, I moved Bitcoin through space very easily. Bitcoin Bitcoin wins on the time element because it can be passed down from generation to generation. There's always going to be only 21 million Bitcoin. One Bitcoin will always equal one Bitcoin. With gold, we don't really know how much gold there truly is. It hasn't got a hard cap. There's always going to be more gold that you can mine from the ground. It can easily be confiscated and seized, as we've seen over history. Gold also has an inflation rate of 2% per year because the miners are always producing more and dumping it. And so over the next 100 years, the value of that gold is going to plummet. And so that is why gold can't stand the test of time.